Alright.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, K-Swizzle.
And I'm back with another video. Oh, crap. My second video, wow. So this one's gonna be a story time about the time that I broke my leg. So, I was... Let me think about this. Shoot. So, I was about in like the 4th grade, I think. 4th, 5th grade. And one day I woke up and I just couldn't move my leg. I was like, Mama! I couldn't move my leg at all. So she got in there, she's like,
What, boy?
and then I was like,
I think I broke my leg.
she's like,
Are you sure?
I'm like,
I think so.
and she was like,
Try walking on it.
as you can tell, I failed. So yeah, I went to school, and then when I got there, I still couldn't walk. I kept falling, I kept tripping, I couldn't even move my leg. So we got me a wheelchair, and I was rolling. I was shooting. My upper body strength was immaculate at that moment.
My muscles pushing on the wheels as I zoom forward, as increase speeds.
That's my description of me in a wheelchair. I'm pausing like this just so I can get a thumbnail. So after I had a wheelchair and I was rolling around the school, I was able to use that elevator. You know those, okay. You know those kids that like, they get an injury so they can use the elevator? That was me. I was just like, rolled myself on the elevator. All the other kids watched in shame while I was like, peasant. I'm joking, okay. I'm gonna cut that part out. That was not funny. So yeah, so throughout the day I just used a wheelchair. I went about my day as normal. And then there was one point in time where the pain just got crazy and I was just hurting. So I called my mom and she let me leave school early, which was probably the best thing that's happened in my 4th grade year. So we went to the hospital and the doctors were like, does it hurt? I'm like,
Yeah,
can you move it? I'm like,
maybe.
they're like, are you sure it's broken? I'm like,
I think so.
so they take me in, they put me in some scrubs, they take me into the x-ray, and they do an x-ray on my leg. And then they come back and they're like, your leg's broken. And I wasn't really that devastated. I don't know, I had expected it, but I wasn't that devastated. I wasn't like, no! I was just like...
Okay, maybe I can miss some school because of this?
But the thing was, I didn't know why it was broken. Because the day before I hadn't been doing anything physical, so I just woke up with pain. So I was like,
Huh. Something's wrong here.
so they put me in a splint. So to anyone who doesn't know, a splint is like a temporary cast. They put you in the splint for like 2 weeks, then they put you in the actual cast for a couple months. I'm not sure the purpose of the splint. I think it's just to like prep your foot for the cast. Or your leg, not your foot. So yeah, they put me in a splint, and I had to, and they gave me some crutches, and that was the way I walked for like 2 weeks. The only hard thing about that was taking a shower, because you don't want to let the splint mildew because of the water. I don't know. So fast forward 2 weeks, and I was back at the doctor's, and they took off the splint, and they're like, okay, try walking on that leg. So I stood up, and I walked just fine. Like, it didn't hurt, it didn't, nothing. I just walked just fine, and they're like,
Something's wrong here.
so they x-rayed my leg again. They reviewed the x-ray after like a couple hours of sitting in the hospital bed with my, I guess, newly healed leg. They walk back and they're like, okay. So here's the problem. So this, what we thought was a fracture in the bone, was actually a muscle. And yeah, your leg's not broken. So, I mean, I was a bit sad because I couldn't miss school. I was a bit sad because I couldn't get people to sign my cast. But that's okay. It was interesting to know what it felt like to be in a cast. A split. Yes. So the moral of the story, I guess, would be don't trust doctors. Ever. Okay. No, the moral of the story is, legs can be deceiving. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for this video. Let's try to get 3 likes. I'm not even being sarcastic. Let's try and get 3 likes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Alright. Trap money Benny. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me, 'cause I want